I've seen someone else was ahead here, but I don't see the candidate.
Might as well jump in.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're here, Dave. Well, thanks for coming. We've
Thank you for your time. I did want to say before say anything else that I appreciate you commissioners in allowing all of us in Cheyenne County to take the choice of wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. A gentleman jumped me yesterday and called me stupid, and I said, that's your opinion. He said, I think you guys are stupid for having the fair. He said, I'm not going to darken the doors down there. I'm not. I said, that's your choice. That's what America is. And so, like I said, I appreciate that. What I'm here for is I'm very concerned about our fair. It really worries me that, and I have no idea why we can't have a carnival, and we'll get to that shortly, but Goodland is having theirs. And this gentleman also said, so you're basing things on Goodland? People are dying, families are dying. I mean, he's got out of hand with, I don't know how many people are dying. That's not funny. It's terrible. I don't know about this COVID. I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything about it. You guys have had to make some tough decisions, and you've probably caught the dickens for it, for saying, well, that's foolish of you to go ahead and let people wear masks or not wear masks. It's my choice to wear a helmet if I go on a motorcycle. So it's an individual choice, and I just can't understand people that are saying, you know, it's foolish to go ahead and run the fair. We had a car show. I told the person that, well, I don't care, that was only 50 people. I don't know if there was 50 people.
well, one of the things that got people's attention recently was the cancellation of the state fair.
That's being, I feel it's political, but
we all
have our opinions.
we all have our suspicions of what's going on. But once they canceled the state fair, of course, that trickles down to every county fair. And we took a lot of questions. What are the kids going to do with their animals? How are they going to be able to show their animals? We didn't know, so that's one of the reasons we.
And I haven't called the gentleman that runs the 4-H, the main guy in whatever office it is, but I want to ask him, because it's up in arms right now. The little gal that came to our meeting Monday said that she's thinking they're going to force these kids to wear masks, our kids. And I still think, since you made the decision, I think they should say it's up to the person.
Yeah, that's where you're at.
And if you're uncomfortable, stay home. If you're sick, stay home. It's a very simple thing.
But I guess the question is, are they still having animal shows? Are they still going to be able to show their animals?
That's what I'm understanding, and it's even in the fair book here. It says that there'll be times for that. And then the thing that bothers me, and we're going to get to that, is it says in here, the carnival to be, how did they put it? It says mud volleyball, and there's rumors that somebody's not going to run the mud volleyball this year. There's rumors, again, rumors. That's why I'm trying to get things straightened out here. I'm going to go to the people. It was said that Carla Lampe didn't want to organize a parade. Are we going to have a parade this year?
We don't know any of this.
You don't know this either. See, and I don't either. I'm on the fair board, and that's bothering me. So I'm going to have to go. Tomorrow is the fair. I mean, that's how quick things go.
Well,
it's going to be here shortly.
And honestly, Dave, we don't have the answers to any of this. That's the reason we invited you today.
And I wish I knew. That's why I'm going to have to go and find out. But it says that the carnival is to be, however they put it in here. It's in here. I'm
the
sorry.
carnival is canceled.
Yeah,
but it says to be. It says it in this book that to be.
Well, when they had to submit that book, they didn't know for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I forget.
But the Cheyenne County Amusement Authority is its own entity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I want to get to.
Well, I think I heard on the news that the state is having their animals, their 4-H.
But it's just that if they make kids wear masks, that's going to be tough.
But you have to understand, Dave, that the county may have gone ahead and left it to individual discretion, but it trickles down whereby if the K-State Extension says you have to wear masks, then they can do that.
And
Because it's their
Or
county.
the people of Reno County.
It's their event.
what the commissioners say in Cheyenne County makes no difference?
None, not in Reno
So
County.
that's going to be answering my question when I say, I don't know what's happened over the years, but I'm finding out things, again, I'm new at this, I'm finding out things that I don't know if this actually happened. I have heard so many people tell me there was a time when one of the amusement authority men drew a line in the sand down there and said to the fair board members, you don't cross this line. If that did not happen,
We don't have any idea.
but shouldn't you? I would like the commissioners to take responsibility of the amusement authority. If you can say to us what goes on, the fair board members.
They're not part of our system, Dave. We don't put any money.
That's not right.
We don't put any
Cheyenne
money.
County.
Okay, the taxpayers do not put any money into the carnival. So the only money we control is tax dollars. Tax dollars are used to support the fair
Board.
Through the Fair Board.
through the fair board. We do not stipend or sustain the amusement authority. They're their own entity. And
But
that's an
they
agreement.
are in Cheyenne County. Who owns the fairgrounds?
There's an agreement, and I have never
Where
read
is it?
I have never read it. I did
I've
not.
heard all about this, and that's gossip as far as I'm concerned. I want to know where it's at.
We don't know.
Where did we find out? Legally.
What we will do is Scott and I will look for that agreement with the amusement authority. I think we just reviewed that not too long ago, but we'll look for that agreement. But yes, the county owns the grounds, but the amusement authority owns all of the equipment, rides, etc., that basically are the carnival. They are their own separate corporation in and of themselves. And as Terry is saying, the county does not put any money into that amusement authority. The only monies that the county is expending in regards to the fair is to the fair board. And so the reason that we have a fair board is to know all of this that is going on so that the commissioners don't have to micromanage every movement out there. So the fair board should, in all actuality, be on top of what all is going on, what are the expectations, what are the 4-H doing, so that they can report to the commissioners. And that's why you were requested to be here today, because no one has come to the commissioner to say, okay, for the Cheyenne County 2020 fair, here is what we know, and here is what is going on, and this is how this is going to be handled.
No one's been here yet. Okay, I didn't
Okay.
know that.
Yeah, we don't.
Again.
People ask us, "Are we going to have a fair?" And my answer is, "I don't know."
We have some new people on the fair board, too. I hope that you know that. We have
No,
a new,
we
we have a
don't
new
know
president.
No, we
Josh-
haven't heard anything.
Josh Johnson, okay.
We haven't seen any minutes. We haven't seen
Wow.
budget.
Wow, okay.
Nothing.
Okay. I'll see what I can do to correct that. But I just, so my question is, it sounds like a foolish question. My question is, so I can be somebody here, and I can come in here and be a whole separate person, and you can't tell me what to do? Is that what you're saying?
It's just like a business. Do you want the commissioners telling you what to do with your restaurant?
They tell the fair board what to do.
That's
It's
the
because
fair board.
we fund the fair board with tax dollars.
But the Cheyenne County Amusement Authority is just like a private business. So
And maybe I need to know how much the commissioners are putting in
To
the fair board. Do you have that?
22,000, I believe.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's 1 mil.
I thought that money that's in there, see, and again, I'm new, I hope you'll have patience
But
with
we
me.
also, was that last year, we moved
We
the
gave
Parks and Rec money in there?
Yes, we gave some extra money.
we put an additional 8,000 in there last year.
Okay. See,
Yes.
I thought, my mistake of thinking that that was fair board money was that, don't they take the profits from the demolition derby and put in the fair board?
That's part of your fair board money, yes.
Okay, but the commissioners give the fair board money.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just
They're a
learning, and I
they're a
appreciate your
budgeted-
patience.
They're a budgeted item.
Okay,
There's, just to clarify a little bit, the reason the amusement authority was started is because the county or the fair board cannot borrow money. You can't go borrow any money. Well, the only way we could start a home-owned carnival was they had a corporation and they went and borrowed the money. So they own the rides, not the county. Because the Fair Board cannot borrow money.
Okay.
And also, it happens, but
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay.
$22,200.
All right.
but
Thank you.
I was on the Fair Board, so I know some of this. You cannot spend money out of your budget for entertainment.
So where do we get the money for this entertainment?
From admissions.
Okay, and that's where we're saving up from last year and
That's right.
whatever we had that,
You can't
okay.
take any of that 22,000 is to maintain the fairgrounds. But you cannot spend it on entertainment.
And now, speaking of the maintenance too, real quick, does the county, Dave Fleming, I think, does the county mow and stuff, or do we have to pay them, or do you know? what
I
goes
do
on
not
there?
know how that
The county
arrangement
mows
is.
it.
They do mow it, okay.
Except for what the carnival is, I think the carnival.
Carnival area,
Amusement Authority
they
takes
take care of that.
Okay, all right. Well, that's just kind of what I wanted to find out is why there is no accountability. We have pretty much one person on the amusement authority that I hear that says, we're going to do this or we're not going to do this. And there comes a time that if they don't want to run it, someone else will. And I don't know who's going to take responsibility for telling the amusement authority that if they don't want to run it, then we're going to have to get somebody else to do it.
Well, there again,
That's up to them.
that's their, because we can't dictate to the grocery store or anybody else how to run
So
their
the
business.
People that put all this cash in don't have a right to know where it's going.
Those
The cash in at the
donations.
tickets and the,
It's
no,
not
I
our
mean,
money. I mean, the county doesn't,
Their issue is with the amusement authority. They need to address the amusement authority.
yeah.
Yeah, all
We
that
don't-
stuff has to go directly back to them because they're the owners.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't see their budgets. We don't know how much money they have.
so if something happens, and God forbid, I don't ever want that to happen, but if someone gets hurt or
They
killed on
provide
a
their own
machine.
liability
They have their own
insurance.
that's
insurance.
not the fair boards.
No,
Okay, and the commissioners are not accountable.
no,
But
on
only
the fair
for
board.
that area.
only for that area that they're,
That's why
If they
they,
cross the line and you don't walk across it. Okay. It's starting to come together. So I'm learning this, and I appreciate your time and your patience for helping me with this, because as I say, I'm new.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Scott.
were you gonna ask what the Fair Board is doing for the fair?
Yeah,
Let me find out. And do you have another commissioners meeting before the fair?
2 weeks.
All right? All right.
We would love to know,
Let me find out and see what I can come up with to have them tell me what to tell you. I guess
well,
that's what we
we'd love
gotta
that.
do.
And if you can talk to your secretary, we'd like to see a copy of the minutes
Yes.
and the budget, whoever your treasurer is.
Yeah.
That way we know how much is in there, if we need to increase or decrease.
Okay.
Because
And see-
we don't have a clue.
See, and I don't want to get Amanda angry with me, the newspaper lady, but she's not been showing up. And I don't know if the county commissioner's supposed to be at the fair board meetings. I don't know.
Well, we'd not
Or if we
required.
That's why they have a board.
Yeah.
And that's why we go, like they go through the appointment process with the applications and such, just so that they know.
So if we
and are-
would ask
and
you,
are
you
comfortable
could-
with the people who are on the board to manage that and then just
Okay.
report to them.
As I said, there's a lot of new ones on there, and I'm new, so I'm learning this, and whatever I need to do, I would be glad to help out. And if I can be helpful to you
Well, I think
commissioners, I'd
it'd
be
be
glad
helpful
to
to
do
us
that.
and the community
Community.
itself. There's no clear,
This has been a terrible year. We all know that. We all
Yeah.
agree. I mean, you've had the other folks in here about things and the COVID this and COVID that, and it's just getting so out of hand, and it's frustrating because it seems to tie our hands. And I'm sure you feel the same way on things, but
When is your next fair board meeting?
it'll be, you know what? It's going to have to be before the fair. We might have to call a special meeting. I'll get a hold of Josh and see if we probably need to do that. And then we can get you informed before your next meeting. So we need to do that before your next meeting. We do it every month, you know. You guys do every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Our next one will be the 31st.
31st, okay. Let me jot that down. You might put me on the agenda then.
Okay.
Is it too soon, or?
No,
Okay. Just
put
put me
you
on the
down,
agenda for the Fair
same
Board.
time,
Yeah, we can do that.
9:45.
9:45. Okay. Thank you so much for your
All right,
time.
thank you, Dave. Let's take about a 5-minute break.
I'm gonna have to go to court.
Well, have fun.
Yes.
You got a big docket today?
No, not really. We're still ramifications of COVID, but at least we're in person now.